Cats are loving, playful companions, but sometimes they can also be a little chaotic, knocking things off tables, scratching furniture, getting into places they shouldn't. When this happens, many owners think their cat is simply misbehaving, but in reality, most of these behaviors are completely natural for cats. That's why learning how to discipline your cat the right way is so important. Before correcting your cat, the first thing you need to ask yourself is this: is this actually bad behavior or just normal cat instinct? For example, scratching furniture or pushing objects off shelves isn't your cat trying to annoy you. Scratching keeps their claws healthy, and knocking things down is often just curiosity. So the first step to discipline is creating the right environment. Avoid leaving fragile objects on shelves or tables. Protect cords with cord covers. Use furniture protectors if your cat scratches. Keep food and trash sealed in closed containers, and block off areas that should be no-cat zones. When the environment is set up properly, many problems disappear on their own. But when discipline is necessary, here are the most effective ways to do it. First, create a simple stop word. Cats don't understand long sentences, but they can learn a short command like no. Use the same word every time your cat does something wrong. Over time, they'll begin to associate that word with the behavior stopping. Second, use a firm voice tone. Cats are extremely sensitive to tone. They may not fully understand the words you say, but they can easily tell the difference between a friendly voice and a serious one. So when correcting your cat, keep your tone firm and consistent. Third, never yell. Cats have very sensitive hearing. Shouting can frighten them and cause stress or anxiety. Instead of fixing the behavior, yelling often damages trust between you and your cat. Fourth, be consistent. Consistency is one of the most important parts of training a cat. If you allow your cat to chew cords one day, but punish them the next day, they'll become confused. The rule must always stay the same. Fifth, correct the behavior immediately. Cats only connect discipline with something happening right now. If you try to punish them minutes or hours later, they won't understand what they did wrong. Instead, interrupt the behavior instantly and redirect their attention to something else. For example, if they're scratching furniture, guide them to a scratching post. Sixth, never use their name when disciplining them. Cats recognize their names. If you constantly say their name when you're upset, they may start associating their own name with something negative. Their name should only be connected to positive attention. And finally, never punish your cat physically. Hitting, locking them in rooms, or scaring them will not teach them anything. Instead, it often leads to fear, aggression, and long-term behavioral problems. The most effective discipline for cats is calm, consistent guidance. Because when you understand your cat's natural instincts, you don't just correct behavior, you build trust. And that trust is what turns a mischievous cat into a well-behaved companion.